you've been learning a lot about marketing and how to get leads, top of the funnel, right? But today with me, I want to talk about the most important thing in any high-growing organization, in any business.
What's going on, everybody? Johnny, I'm here with Sebastian.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, so we're talking about winning formulas, right?
Yes. Especially so for technology companies, especially, it's insanely hard. It's insanely hard to create a technology company that works. And when I say technology company, I'm talking about, not necessarily like something in software, but to create a really new product that has not existed. It's really, really hard because not only do you have to be like a good salesperson, business person, know operations, know your cash flows, know your like service and your marketing. You have to do all of that.
It's a lot.
Plus, and that's what you're gonna have to do in any business, in any other industry. If you ever want to create something new, you need like a sequence of impossible miracles to happen. And the first miracle you need is like you need to stumble upon a gold mine that has not been like the gold hasn't been taken out yet, and that's a problem that nobody has solved. Right? Google stumbled upon search. That was a problem that nobody has solved. Right? Facebook stumbled upon human interaction online that had not been solved. There was other people solving it, but they hadn't solved it right. Amazon stumbled upon online shopping. Right? So then you need to stumble upon an amazing team that can actually build. That's the second miracle. Like people that you could like actually build whatever it is. And then you have to find the third miracle is you have to find the right go-to-market. Once you have the right idea, the right problem that you're solving, the right team to build it. It's not, most companies that build a really good product with a really good problem with a really good team, they also fail. Even if they found those two miracles, they fail. LinkedIn had a better competitor that had a better product, but they didn't win because they didn't have the right go-to-market. They didn't target the right segment of users at the beginning, so they didn't generate this kind of like evangelizing for their product. LinkedIn did it, and even with a crappy product, they won. PayPal did the same thing. Facebook did the same thing. Their product was not better than MySpace. They just started with the right go-to-market, going after Harvard students first, then after Ivy League students, then after the whole general college, and then after that, you need the right product. In all those four things to be able to capture that right go-to-market. And then after you do all those four things, that's the four impossible miracles that are actually going to take you to like $1 billion success in a new, like when you launch a new product and a new like. Really,
I would be very interested to hear how like you were able to extract those principles out of your own personal story, right? Because at the end of the day, it's kind of the principles that we get or the wisdom nuggets that we get is like a extract of what made you successful and what you've seen.
So you want me to say like how I got these principles from my personal story? Very simple. So the first miracle, the idea, took me about 1.5 years to find the right, to stumble upon the gold mine. The first miracle, 1.5 years, right? And I was already building, looking for things. My first company was it was technology business, software business. It was not the next big thing. You see what I'm saying? And I knew that in the back of my head, I was aware of that. It took me a lot of, great ideas always come from great problems. So it's not just like sit there one day and start like, oh, let me fucking think about some bullshit and then it'll happen. The world is not rational for you to be. It doesn't matter how much of a genius you are. Great ideas just don't come out of nowhere. They come usually by understanding people and their problems. That's where great ideas come from. There's people and they have problems and so understanding what people's problems are before you even think of a solution. What are their problems? And if you find a great problem that has not been solved, that's generally where a great idea is going to come from. Really, that's really it. It always starts with a problem. Finding a really big problem that leads to a really big market that has not been solved with all these new tech that has already been created, that's insanely hard. It took us 1.5 years with the first company. We were just trying to find what was the big thing that we were going to do. It usually starts at a cutting edge technology, right? Like for instance, Amazon was possible because because the internet was a thing. It wasn't a thing before 1990, and then they realized like, oh, we can solve this problem of buying books online. It's a really big problem.
Started as a book.
Yeah, we just started. Well, that was the other thing, go to market, right? Amazon started with books. That's the fourth miracle. That's the go to market.
Yeah.
So to me, it took me 1.5 years. I found the idea. Okay, then the impossible miracle, the team. How do I convince my really smart friends to quit their insanely high-paying jobs, like literally,
just follow you,
and then be broke with me, essentially, with this like a crazy idea, right? That we don't know if it's gonna work. So that took me about 6 months of incessant and annoying my friends, like calling them every day. It's like, no, fuck you. You're gonna come join me. And they're like, but it was like, how are we gonna get pals? Like, fuck you. You have to join me. It's really hard and it's super persistent.
I was like,
Sorry about that. No worries.
You're gonna
No
see
worries.
the best.
No worries.
You are my hero.
So the best founders always manage to just whatever it takes to get the, because it's America. You know they have to go. Without the right team, you're not gonna get it. And the best founders find the right way to get it. It took me from the moment that I told my co-founder the idea, the first person I told the idea, and I told him, hey man, you know, and I told him the secret. I was like, I just found that there's 10 billion conversations out there between salespeople, face to face, every single month. Nobody's capturing them. Is it possible to use AI, right? Cutting edge technology, right?
Yep.
Use AI to capture these conversations, make them into insights automatically with AI. And he said yes. And when he said yes, I was like, we're gonna do this, right? I don't give a shit how much money I had on the bank. I was like, we're gonna do this. I don't care what it's. He said yes, it's possible.
Yes.
And I just, God damn. I feel like.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You gotta show what's going on. We'll get you on the video next time.
So that was the second miracle, recruiting the right team. Once we had that right team, that was the right, you know. Then finding the right go-to-market, right? Finding the right go-to-market. That took us a whole year, right? When we started Rilla, just to give you an idea, we started selling to retailers, right? To people like salespeople in retail. You walk into a retailer. Based in New York, in February 2020. Month before COVID shut everything down.
Oh my goodness. It was a Black Monday kind of day.
Yeah, we got fucked up. Like literally just 2 weeks after we launched, all of our customers went out of business, basically.
Jim Rohn says that recession follows, you know, just progress, you know, it's just like recession and then famine, feast.
Oh my
famine.
God, dude, we launched and we